Hey folks, I'm going to show you we're growing a bunch of trees here from seed. We got quaking aspen, white birch, and eastern cottonwood that we're growing from seeds. And all three of these species, if you're going to grow them from seed, you need a rooting medium like this or a dome. And it's very important to keep it moist with light. These three species, they don't really need germination except for light. Light will get them to grow and germinate. And here's proof. We got two birches actually starting to finally grow from the seed. The aspen should be following suit. We got quaking aspen seeds. But if you look closely, and you can barely, I don't know if you can see it, but you see that little bit of green right there popping out? That's a baby birch tree. That's a baby white birch. And right over there is another baby white birch. So if you're going to grow a birch tree from a seed, all you need is light and moisture. You can either buy rapid root inserts, jiffy inserts, any kind of insert, or you can use peat moss and perlite and just scatter the seeds throughout it and keep it moist and use a plant light. And if you wait a few weeks, you'll have a birch tree starting to grow. And same with cottonwood, same with aspen. You need a light. That's what you need. Light for germination. Alright? And if you're going to grow aspen trees from the wild and you collect the seeds, it's important right away you get them in water so the seeds don't go bad. So you can store them in the fridge for up to a year. And that will keep aspen and cottonwood seeds good. I've grown cottonwood from cuttings, but I want to try something different. So right now we got two birch trees growing in here. So we definitely got some signs of life. We're keeping it misted. We keep the lights on at night. We move this light up a little more so they can get more light. Because the key to growing birch trees from seeds is light. That is the key, light and moisture. There was a test done back in the 60s, 70s, and they did scientific research, and they found out that light will get birch tree seeds to germinate. So that's how you grow a birch tree. You need light, and there's your proof there. We got two of them starting to pop out. It takes a couple weeks. It can take anywhere from 2 weeks to probably 5 to 8 weeks. So should be getting more life in there. And here we got some trees we're working on. We got some house plants we're rooting for my mother again because we had such good luck before. House plants are pretty easy to root. We got a mixture of peat moss, perlite, and sand in here. And we got some house plants we're rooting. Those usually take about a month to root. There's a white poplar. It keeps growing leaves, but it hasn't rooted yet. So it's just taking its sweet time over here. We got a sycamore tree cutting we're trying to root. Another sycamore we're working on, trying to get it to pop out some roots. We have a catalpa. It started to die on me, this catalpa. It was doing really well. And the leaves started to die on it, and it was dying. So I quickly sterilized some pruning shears and cut all the leaves off. But I kept that little node piece, and I soaked it in a fungicide and insecticide treatment, and it came back to life. So because I caught it in time, it's from a younger tree, this cutting, and I do feel a little resistance. So and I've had partial success rooting catalpa and sycamore. So hopefully we get some roots. Cottonwood hasn't rooted yet. Usually the bigger ones do better though, but. There's some other tree. I think it might be a hackberry. I'm not entirely sure. So, yep, we got lots of activity. Looks like we got a catalpa and possibly a hackberry, and who knows what else we'll get going. Definitely got signs of life in the other rooting medium. The Lombardis weren't doing well. Here they are. They pretty much died on me. That didn't go well. The catalpa was dying, but we got the catalpa to come back to life. I saved it. I cut the leaves off, but I left the node, a little bit of the node, and treated it, and it healed up. It came back to life, the catalpa cutting. The Lombardis are dead. We're going to throw those out. But we got life in here and life in there. So by spring, we should have a bunch of trees growing. And we will be getting more root inserts, probably putting them in here. And we're going to be growing Japanese white birch and possibly black locust. All right, folks.